Hi, Amanda. How are you?
Hello, Edua. Very well. Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me.
Thanks for joining. So I'm going to start with straight. How have things been for you over the last few months?
Ah, it's been such a I don't know, it's been such a long summer, hasn't it? Such a weird time for everybody. Um, I guess, well, being an artist, I mean, working from home, being able to get up first thing and go nowhere else to go, set straight to the easel was actually rather wonderful and rather strange because I lost all my art classes, all the teaching that anchors my whole day and my whole week with the people that I teach, and my own calendar basically. So I think, like a lot of people, I woke up thinking, what day is it? Is this real? What shall I do? Oh, I think I'll go back to my painting. So that was fab in that respect, and I love nature. So I grew up in Somerset. I'm a townie, but I had some childhood in Somerset, so I adored the silence and the nature and being without humanity in its masses. So for me, was that was sort of quite a blessing, really. We had fantastic weather and so on. Um, and then things started to go. I started losing some close friends and family. Actually, 3 months in succession, three close people died, and it wasn't to do with COVID at all, although it certainly didn't help. Um, and yeah, so sadness, yes. I think with artists, happy or sad, first place we go to is our art. Um, One of the most significant people who passed away was my former um, uh, colleague, musician, partner, former husband. We remained friends, and he died very suddenly in May, and so that loss was massive. So a week later, I decided to start a painting, and now that painting has now led to which will be an exhibition which I'm going to dedicate to his life. And so next May, Artist Open House, I've booked the Rottingdean Windmill, and quite excitingly, I'm going to be collaborating with people like Dorothy Max Pryor, who's a dramaturge and theatre producer, and Foz Foster, musician, Raven, puppeteer, and Philip Sugg, and photographer Ray Gibson, are all going to help me celebrate the life of Tin, as a Liverpudlian drummer known as Phil Hurst. It's a focus, it's a way of not losing somebody's memory and keeping that alive, and while processing how you feel about somebody passing away so suddenly. And I feel so grateful to have my art to go to. It's been my hiding place, my place of pleasure as well. And that's basically what I've been doing, and now gradually getting my art classes back up and running again, and seeing people, and sharing and having meetings and so on. So that's, life has its huge ups and downs. It's what it's about, you know. It's the yin and yang of life, and we're all experiencing it.
Yes. First of all, I'm really sorry to hear about your loss. But also, it's really appreciate to hear that you find some um, courage to keep painting and anchoring yourself with something, which is beautiful.
Yes.
Ha- have there been any positive aspects for for you during lockdown?
Yes, I suppose, yeah, positive as in I mentioned before, reconnecting with nature, um, feeling that town and the excitement of living in a busy town like Brighton, and a fun, vibrant place that we have. But it's okay to suddenly be still and quiet and not live in fear, because that's what we're all being led into, this place of fear and what ifs. That's part of nature. We can't escape that. You know, life and death go hand in hand. And so to I was going to say embrace that, but certainly not to be fearful, to live your life from day to day. And I think lockdown made us feel like it is really a day at a time. Okay, no matter what governments were saying, whoever it is trying to lead us, it's our lives, our own individual way of seeing and being. So I feel reconnected with myself, with my art. Not that I think I ever was not in any way, but I think this just really hones it down. And also closeness to friends, keeping in touch with people has been so important. Making sure you ring up your friends, your close ones, and seeing if everybody's all right, especially if you live on your own like I do. To first of all make sure that everybody is okay, make sure your neighbours are okay, see what you can do to help.
Very true, very true. Can you tell us a bit about the project you were working for Sussex Prairie Gardens, exploring aspects of your father's life?
Yes, yes, that was very exciting. The Sussex Prairie Gardens is the place I've been visiting for quite a few years. Many with my art students, we go for social gatherings to enjoy the gardens. And one day I saw an exhibition there, and they've got it's a wonderful space. If nobody has been, you know, must head there. They've closed now for the season, but when they reopen again, it's Pauline and Paul who opened this place about 10 years ago, taking over a small farm and have turned it into a natural planting space where you meander around this beautiful maze of natural planting, and it's so spiritual and so, you know, connected with nature. And I saw an exhibition of a guy's work, and I thought it was rather splendid. And I thought, I wonder if I maybe could hire the space. I wonder how much it costs. Perhaps I could put my work in there. I could visualize my work in there too. And so I sent an email proposal, and I thought, well, I've got the perfect project, the story of my dad's life. I sent the proposal, and I heard back from them the very next day by email, inviting me round for coffee and cake and a chat with the whole gang. And I thought, wow, that's it. I'm onto this. Something I've been meaning to do for a long time. My older brother, has been talking about writing about my father's life. He's very interesting background. Our heritage is from all of Europe, really, an immigrant family. My father was born in 1904 and was sadly orphaned as a baby, and then adopted into a German family, and so had a British passport but a German upbringing. He studied horticulture as a teenager, and they got a dream job on the Hamburg America cruise liner, luxury ship, traveling all around the world. We're talking about sort of explorer days from 1925 to 1933. He was the ship's florist. And I've got this most amazing black and white photo album that I pored over as a child, envisaging his life, thinking of his life and how exciting it would have been then. And so my proposal was to Prairie Gardens is to say, he was my dad at a certain period. He died when I was very young, but he left a huge legacy, a family business that was called Tropical Plants Display. When he left Germany, he and my mother escaped in 1936, and came to London, and after the war set up this business. And so plants have always been in the family. I'm the youngest of four. They've all gone down the florist route, and I'm the painter. So I think I'm going to tell his story in paint. My brother wrote his story, and there was a lot of heritage. There's a lot of sort of like anybody following your background, with parents who have come from another country, or in our situation, various European countries. And so it's a Jewish heritage. It's a heritage of, I don't know, inspiring. I just found it really inspiring, and one of courage as well. So I'm so grateful for this opportunity. And now this time, I've been painting like mad throughout the whole of the year. Yeah, I'm looking forward to people coming round to my open house and seeing all the work I produce, and seeing if there are other people there who've got some interesting family stories that we can share.
Fantastic. Such an incredible connections, and it's just amazing way to remember your dad's past and history.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
kind of answer my next question. Will you be able to see your work, this particular work, in your open house, assuming?
yes.
And I'm very
Oh,
much looking
definitely.
forward to it.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. That's really why I thought I will do it. I don't usually do open house in my own home during the winter period, but I thought this time I will. I feel my place is heaving with paintings. I like talking about work. I like finding out what inspires other people, and I think that's best. My home is my studio, so every room is full of paintings and work on easels and so on. So yeah, they'll certainly see the pieces, the two future exhibitions, both for tin, for the windmill for next year, and the Prairie Gardens, which won't be till 2023, but I've got a lot of work to do. And I've got some interesting collaborations, again, working with Dorothy Max Pryor, who's going to help me write and produce my father's story. I'm very excited by that.
Very much so looking forward to visiting your place.
Oh, thank you. I hope you will. Yes, I hope you will. I have other work as well. I have work, local views of Rottingdean and things I've done in the past, paintings that will be for sale. I've worked on puppet theatres with Philip Sugg as well at some point. So people locally might know my work in that aspect as well.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Israel. Take care. Thank you.